Giles Thomas from musculardevelopment.com, standing in for Ron Harris. I'm joined with someone pretty familiar to me, Rosie
Rascal.
That's the one, Rosie Rascal Hart. Okay, Rosie, well, it's going to be very weird interviewing you. I mean, I interviewed you 4 years ago at the Arnold Classic Amateur. Lots happened since then, hasn't it?
Yes. A beautiful love has blossomed.
With who? Okay. Oh, sorry. You want me to go? Okay. It's me interviewing you. Okay. So, Rosie, now this year has been a completely different year to your debut year last year as a professional. So why don't you tell us about from when you turned pro up to now in terms of contests and what you've achieved?
Yeah. So when I got my pro card, we decided to go in for the Dallas Pro. And I got a win with straight firsts, incredible, and then went straight to the Olympia, and I think it was probably all happening so fast that my mind didn't have a chance to catch up and get the focus. So the prep was up and down. It was a bit of a roller coaster for the Olympia. And I wasn't happy with how I looked. I was happy with where I placed. It was a deserved place.
Still a good look, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was still a pleasing look, but it wasn't how I knew I could look.
Because Rosie turned pro at the Amateur Olympia at the end of 2015, and that for me was your best conditioning up to this point. And obviously when you were prepping for Dallas and your body, I mean, I remember you called me in just before we were leaving and said, come and have a look at me, and I didn't know what to say because I was like, I was in my head, I was saying, she's blown it. But I mean, you managed to pull it round in that next week, and you really kind of brought a beautiful package to Dallas, which got you straight first and got you through to the Olympia. But I mean, maybe I think it might have been because you didn't have much time off. Now, why don't you tell us what happened after the Olympia?
Yeah, so I realised some of the reasons why the prep had been so hard. So like you said, not having enough downtime. So I put a plan of action in place for the off season, and the plan of action was no bodybuilding. So it's quite hard for a lot of people to understand and for people to have the confidence to do. But I know when I've reached the point where I can't excel because I no longer enjoy what I do. So
you've got to take a step back. I mean, Kevin Levrone used to do it every single year. He would take up to 6 months off and he'd look like me, like a normal guy. And then, he'd just turn it on and then just produce the goods. That's exactly what I think you needed to do.
And I know my body, and I know that when I finally come back to the bodybuilding, it responds so quickly. So I had a long time off, and I went away to Germany, and I was doing contemporary dance. So
me with the children.
Yeah, I left Giles at home, and
it was great.
Yeah, so I was just dancing. I wasn't really training. I wasn't eating high protein, and I just decided to concentrate on my health, physical and mental health, and make sure that by the time the next prep came round, I was feeling relaxed and rested, and that was it, really.
I think the biggest thing was you took control of your mind. You identified what it was that you didn't like about the year before and why you didn't really find the joy in it anymore. So for me as your partner, it was very difficult. It was great to see this year how you've really attacked the prep. It's been great because it was quite hard for me to see you last year, really struggling with energy, in and out of bed, and it was hard. So for me, to see this year, it's been wonderful to see.
Yeah, it was really tough last year prepping, wasn't it?
Drank a lot of wine.
It was just like everything was like I was dragging my heels. It was hard to get to the gym. I dreaded every gym session, and I was just like questioning, what the hell am I doing this for? But I knew that I still had a lot left in me, so I knew it was just about having a really deep think about what I needed to do, and also having a deep think about why I do bodybuilding. I needed to have a deeper meaning for the driving force, because for me, to just win a trophy or to stand on stage. That's not enough for me to put all that work in. So I had to really do a bit of soul searching and really figure out that the reason why I want to be in the fitness is so that I can be someone that can help loads of other people to have a better life, a healthier, a happier life.
So you feel like that's your purpose now?
Yeah, and that gives me the motivation. That's enough to give me the motivation to work hard.
I was just talking to Josh Lenatowicz, sorry I say his name wrong, and he was saying about how, I mean we've spoken about this before, how bodybuilding doesn't have to be a selfish sport. It doesn't need to be. It all depends on your own mindset, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And I think when you really find that that you're on the right path and you find that true passion, it becomes easy. Like when you're getting up in the morning to do your cardio, it's easy because you know why you're doing it and you're passionate about why you're doing it. You're not just thinking about getting a set of abs. That is not going to motivate me to get to the gym in the morning.
So this year, obviously, you're still the current IFBB Rookie of the Year across all the female divisions. Do you feel pressure coming into another show, which is the last chance to qualify for the Olympia? A lot of eyes are going to be on you because you do bring a slightly different package. Do you feel like there's pressure on you because of last year and Do you know, I just don't really think about it. She doesn't. Just gets on with it.
I'm just in my own little bubble in the countryside, training, chilling with my cats and Giles. I just don't spend time thinking about where I am in the rankings or if anyone even knows who I am. I don't even know. And it's not.
I mean, remember when you won Rookie of the Year, you were in the bath because we left the gala at the Olympia because you were tired. You've been up since 3 and you were full and just as the awards were starting and Bob Chick, who's over there at the moment, we found out the next morning you'd won the Rookie of the Year. You got a message on your phone and you were like, Giles, I won Rookie of the Year. Is that any good? And I was like, yes, damn right. It's amazing.
Yeah,
you're oblivious.
Yeah, I just do my own thing, and especially when you're like deep into prep,
you're not really affected by it, are you?
No,
it's great.
No, and again, that comes down to the reasons why I'm doing this. I'm not doing it for any sort of recognition of someone. It's just something I want to do. I'm passionate about.
So for you, it's a personal thing.
Yeah, it's amazing to get that award and for people to notice your hard work, but it's not what I'm thinking about when I'm prepping.
So obviously this year, you've brought a completely different package this year. I mean, everything you said you were going to do after the Olympia last year when we were flying back, you have achieved it. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, I wanted to build a little bit more size, a little bit more roundness on my shoulders, on my biceps. Oh!
Finally,
I got the biceps. And on my hamstrings, I wanted to make my waist smaller.
It's tiny.
It's already small, but I wanted to make it smaller. So I focused on gut health to try and make sure that everything was tight on the inside. And I've been really just researching, doing my homework about training, about posture, how I can improve my performance. And it's never really about lifting heavier for me. It's about everything else. What else can I learn to make my body perform better?
For me, you were a rookie last year. This year, you're like a fully fledged top IFBB professional. I feel like you belong here now. But I mean, obviously, I've seen your posing routine, which you didn't get to do at the Olympia because only the top 10 got to pose. Rosie took 12, just missed it. So obviously, why don't you tell us about your posing routine?
Yeah,
she's known for.
I'm really looking forward to doing this routine. It's really classical, it's really beautiful. There's no booty shaking, I'm afraid, for the people that know my normal routines. I'm hoping it's going to be like a moment of silence in the whole in the whole audience.
I mean, we went to the studio on Tuesday, and I've seen bits of it, but when you showed me and you were in your new bikini and you did the full routine, and you said, what do you think? And I was just speechless. I was absolutely speechless. Anyway, I think we've been talking too long anyway. Have you checked in yet?
No, still.
You haven't? Okay, well, we can hear Bob in the background. Okay, well, it's Rosie, isn't it? So, so obviously, we're going for the win, and we want that Olympia. Well, I mean, we want top. What do you need this year, man?
I need a win, I need to go to the Olympia, and I need to get on stage at the Olympia to do my routine.
Says it all. Okay, well, I'm Giles, Thomas, Muscovem.com, joined with Rosie Rascal Hart. Thank you.